Okay, so I'm going to try to go a little quicker in this video than I did with infinitives. So a gerund is a verb form ending in ing that is used as a noun. So any verb that ends in ing can be used as an infinitive, as a gerund, like listening. And the gerund phrase consists not only of the word like listening, but also like what you might be listening to, or any prepositional phrases like serving who, customers, and then how, efficiently and courteously. So these gerund phrases can get a little bit long. Here's the deal with gerunds. They have to be used as nouns, and there's a little trick you can use. And you need this trick because there's another verbal that ends in ing that you looked at yesterday called participles. So the difference between a participle and a gerund, so here's participle and here's gerund, and this would be like a really good note, is that a participle is deletable. Usually you can deletable. Now when I say deletable, I mean that you can delete it, like the sentence will work without it, because they're used as adjectives, and adjectives tend not to carry that much essential information. Of course there are exceptions to this rule, but if you look at an ing situation and you want to tell between gerund and participle, just ask yourself if it's deletable. If it's deletable, it's probably a participle. Gerunds are essential. Essential means that you can't delete them. They're nouns. Nouns are things like subjects and direct objects. They're the who and the what and the wheres of sentences, and usually sentences don't work without them. So that's kind of a trick here, because this can get really confusing, because now that we're talking about two things that end in ing, so how do you tell the difference between the two verbals that end in ing? Gerunds can't be deleted, participles can. So let's go through this. What we have to do is underline the gerund phrase and say what it is in the sentence. Because it's a noun, it can do all of the functions of a noun, which are listed at the top here: subject, predicate, nominative, direct object, indirect object, or object of a preposition. So number one of the most exciting experiences my family ever had was adopting my baby brother. So we're going to include not only the word adopting, but the person adopted, the direct object there, adopting my baby brother. All right. So this right here is another word for exciting experiences. It's after the word was, which is a linking verb. So we learned this. The only thing that can come after a linking verb is a predicate nominative or a predicate adjective. This right here is a predicate nominative. It's a gerund. And I know it's a gerund because it's essential. You can't delete it. Let's try. One of the most exciting experiences my family ever had was. That's problematic. So anyway, this is a predicate nominative because it's a noun after a linking verb. And I know that was is a linking verb because I can replace it with equals. One of the most exciting experiences my family ever had equals. Number two. Translating from Chinese to English is a rare and valuable skill. So here's our gerund translating, and we want to use the prepositional phrase as well from Chinese to English because that tells us more about it. And it stops before is. This right here is the subject of the sentence. It's right before the verb. All subjects are nouns, so this is a noun. Number three. The coach was praised for treating each of her players with respect. So here's our gerund, treating, and you want to keep going. Treating who? Each of her players. How? With respect. So you want to include all of these modifiers to treating. This is right after a preposition. After a preposition, you have to have an object of a preposition, and that's what this is. It's an object of the preposition. And all objects of prepositions are nouns. So, I did this wrong. Up here, number two, you want to put S, not N. Of course, it's a noun. Number three, this is an OP, object of a preposition. Number four, Emilio taught Cajun cooking in an adult education class. Let's see here. He taught Cajun cooking. So it's just Cajun cooking. And you don't want to include this in because this in isn't about the cooking. It's about the taught part. So you want to not underline in an adult education class because it's not like this is talking about cooking. This is saying where he taught, not what kind of cooking he did. Anyway, this is the direct object. This is the thing that he taught. So this is our DO. And number five, Tanya, a conscientious person, gives caring for her new puppy top priority. Okay, So, oh, you know what? I'm going to say that it ends here, I think, actually. I think it just is caring for a new puppy. I think top priority is more about the giving, so I'm going to stop it there. Sorry, that was a mistake. So this is the thing that receives the top priority. This is our direct object here. It's really confusing. And then this right here is our indirect object. It receives the top priority. And that's kind of the classical sentence. The verb give, then followed by an indirect object, and then a direct object. That one you probably missed. That one's really tricky. Okay, below they give you a bunch of examples. Gerund at the beginning of the sentence will usually be a subject. What they're asking for here is using this word after a verb like is, are, was, or were, because they want a predicate nominative, which means after a linking verb. You don't want to say she is complaining, though, because that would be a verb form. So I think probably number 7 you'll get wrong, and maybe we'll check tomorrow. I'll ask you guys for sample sentences, and I'll tell you whether they're good or bad. So swimming is a direct object. You want to talk about the activity of swimming. Something like she likes swimming would work. Use gerund phrase as an object of a preposition. Saving. So you just need to put a preposition in front of it. She's really good at saving money would be a good one. Caring is an indirect object. Use the verb give. Go subject, then use the verb give, and then say caring, and then what? Then use a noun here. Up here they use the verb top priority as the direct object, so you can put that here in the direct object. Maybe say top priority or importance or something else like that, a more abstract noun. Okay, good luck.